Hi, it's Lissa from Coffee Talk. At the NAMA conference, I got to speak with author Robert Sachs about Ayurveda and longevity. Tell me about why it's important, especially now as we're getting older in America, why we should look at Ayurveda as a way of taking care of ourselves.
I think because it's one of the few systems that is actually a system. And what I mean by that is you actually have an opportunity to look at a diet, forms of exercise, forms of hygiene that all come out of a similar sensibility. So that rather than like, oh, I'm going to do this kind of diet, but I'm going to do that kind of exercise, and I don't understand how they all work together, Ayurveda explains it very fully. So it's actually giving people a really good system and an explanation. I think in America right now, what's important is when people are looking for alternatives in their healthcare, they really want good reasons as to why they should change. And when you have a science of healing that has got like a 5,000-year track record, that's a pretty good thing to hang your hat on.
And I like what you were saying about how, we can be healthy in our old age. We can age naturally, and we seem to be kind of fighting against that in the Western world.
Absolutely. I would say that what's been going on is because we've become so reliant on, for one thing, we have images with respect to retirement, with respect to how our lives are supposed to be, that in some ways I would say that because we see so much chronic and degenerative disease, the expectation that people have actually creates a lot of fear. And therefore what it is that I think what's wonderful about Ayurveda says that doesn't, what you see is the images that our culture is putting forward about us all the time in terms of impotency, in terms of chronic degenerative problems with our joints and everything like that. Ayurveda says it doesn't have to be that way. And because it says it doesn't have to be that way, and then I would say probably with reasonably simple changes, people can see benefits in their own life, and then they can start saying, well, maybe I don't have to end up like my friends or people that I've seen that the way in which they've ended their lives seems so tragic. I don't think it has to be that way at all. It is actually possible to die healthy.
That's beautiful. I think that's what we all wish for ourselves, right? Okay, so tell me about your book and how people can get it.
The book that I have out, or one of the books that I have out, I have two that are probably of most importance for understanding Ayurveda in terms of lifestyle. One is my book, Tibetan Ayurveda, Health Secrets from the Roof of the World, which what I try and do is I try and outline Ayurveda from the standpoint of diet, exercise, hygiene, relaxation, meditation, in a way that really works with most holistic health centers that I've seen formed in the United States. And then the other book I have is called Rebirth into Pure Land. And Rebirth into Pure Land is actually, it's based around the story of the passing of one of our daughters who tragically died of sudden infant death. But in her death, I learned so much about the dying process, devoted myself to really helping people with their own dying process. And because of that, I learned a lot about the aging process, seeing people in nursing homes, in their own homes. So what I've done is, although the core story is about our daughter and the dying process that she went through, there's a lot of information to help people to look at longevity and look at preparing to have what I call the most amazing journey of our lives, which is our final journey.